Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Abe. Good morning, Adam. Good morning, Marty. Safe good morning. YouTube, good morning. Let's get the show on the road. All right, what are we looking at right now? We got about 2 minutes to the cash market open. We have a market that is basically just going around resistance levels, reacting to them and retesting them. There's no significant push either way. The bias is on the short side at the open, as long as we continue to hold on to 787. As long as we continue to trade under that level, the bias continue to be short. We want to see a break below 30 for momentum to pick up on the short side. And that will, a 725 will actually make the market in sync on the short side. So we want to see how that push here in 1 minute is going to set up the market. Actually, if we go down to 33, 733, that will set the stage for a captain setup short on the 70 NT Rinko. Okay. So if we trade anything above 775, I mean that puts us in a position where the longs are taking control. Here it comes. I mean, it's an interesting price action here. Right off the bat, we have a captain set up short on the 70 NT Rinko, and then the market is just literally going back and filling. So another break down to 24 can set us up for a short. Here they come. Market is in sync on the short side, but we need that push to 24.25. A lot of chop going on here. A lot of chop. I'd like to think the market is going to go lower, but you need decisiveness. And that's not what we're seeing right now. We're seeing just backing and filling around resistance level, which is resistance level number one. If we start breaking 30, we'll see 24. Then momentum will start picking up a little bit better on the short side. 75 will invalidate this short structure that we're seeing so far. Let's take a look at the opening range. I mean, that's the opening range that we're seeing right now at the open here. Yeah, here we go, 75 coming up. That's what they want to do so far. This is the mids of the opening range. So what we're seeing here is we're seeing a market that is just playing around in the opening range, trying to figure out where the stops are at. So 75, we're still behind 75, and we got a first test harmony zone number 2 resistance, and they're reacting to it, which is good. But is the market short? I mean, right now, you really have to see 35 in order for that to get re-engaged. Do I want to go long against harmony zone number 2? Not really. I want to see more out of this price action. Plus, we have the ORB trade coming up, or the fade of the ORB trade, if there's such a thing. They're building it the first 15 minutes. We gotta wait for that one to happen. Okay, here we go. That's what you want to see. A bit of a rejection against that 75. Not there yet. So far the sellers are getting trapped. We are in the neutral zone between harmony zone number 1 and 2, and that's a chop zone. So that is, any trades I would take here, I'm anticipating a move versus reacting to an actual structure. The structure right now is consolidation. You start breaking 35, that the structure will favor the shorts. Even if we broke the 40, the 40 would be helpful. So this is a place where a lot of traders will just literally get chopped up trying to figure out if this is going to go lower or higher, because you're in the neutral zone. That's not a structure that supports a trade. It supports a lot of chop. First touch bases harmony zone number 2 held and came in and tested, rebounded. Now they're trying to figure it out here. Nothing for me to do. Uh, we got about, what is that, 6 minutes? 6 minutes to the conclusion of the first 15 minutes. A lot of the ORB traders are marking these levels, and we want to see if they're going to get trapped today or not. Yeah, look at that. So a bit of a break above the opening range. What are they doing with it? The last time they got there, it's 3 times. They got faded. So that is a trapping behavior, but every time they come to the mids of the opening range, they buy them. So that favors the longs, especially against that captain setup short that they put. That's, and there's another one right here. So you got two sell signals, and they're getting run over. So you break 35, it's short. You start making higher lows against that 80 and against the 60s, then you're gonna go up to 787 and go higher. That's the structure of the market. Five minutes to the first 15 minutes of the day. On the 100 NT Rinko, we have double switch trade, right? 1, 2. So you had one switch trade, then 2 long. That favors the long scenario. Mm-mm. Another rejection. That's a rejection against that opening range and against harmony zone number 2, which is resistance to begin with. But the key is the 40. I mean, if you break 50, that is not bad either. $55, $65. If they hold on to it, we're gonna go higher. Breaking that level into the 40s is short. Let's take a look at ES. ES, a long ass move, and now 73.87 is a pivot point. If we break into it, that's going to lead to lower prices in ES. Switch trade right here. That's another attempt at a short. Here you go. Here we go. Here we go. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. That's the shorts coming in. All right. So now we have an opening range to trade against. Really, the target, guys, is 687. 687. 13 is the next attempt. Good Lord. That was it. All right, let's talk a lot. Talk about this here for a second. So this is the ORB trade, or that's the range of it, and we're starting to trade at below 19. So if they want to trap him, they will flip this market up to 42 and start moving higher, and that will trap anybody that went short here. So the market is in sync, but this is a trappy market, so they're doing exactly that. So a lot of traders are trying to get short again right here. And you'll know very quickly if it's going to work out for them or not if we start chewing through harmony zone number 1. Good, good, good. That's a good one. That's another that's an attempt at harmony zone number 2, and that's a negative behavior. Absolutely. Our target is 687. 687. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis. See how they're spending so much time at the bottom of that range building stop building stops. Sneaky bastards, that's what they are right here. That's a trap for the ORB traders so far. They sell under 14 we're back in action on the short side. Otherwise, we're going to be looking at the test of harmony zone number 1 and see how well they handle that. So breakout traders are getting rolled over and they're uncertain in this area. And it's not breakout, breakdown traders. I mean, look at that. So you build the ORB. Retail traders are saying, "Hey, I got my 15 minutes. I'm going short at the break, so 18 and lower." And now they're looking at 40 and wondering if their trade is going to work or not. So that's the trap that they set for these traders down here. So how could they squeeze them and really squeeze them well? Is cover the mids and go all the way to the top end of that range, and that would really do a number on them. What happened if we come back in and break below 23? Then the shorts are back in business. Market right now is out of sync. That's good rejection of that 50. That can get us to 23. I would say this market is fairly trappy. What do you guys think? Oh, yeah. So now you got to get to 33 in order for anything to work on the short side. And now we're going back to the scene of the crime, which is harmony zone number 2, rejection. That was the first time around, trying to hit that level. And they trapped the ORB traders on the break lower below 20. And that's fueling this move. Hey, David. ES is diving. Let me see here. Well, yeah, I mean, ES is definitely, there's a disconnect between what ES is doing versus what NQ is doing. NQ is going higher and ES is going lower. But divergence in price action. Well, let's go back and discuss this thing because that was something, right? That was something else. See that trap that they set in? They could be putting an exact trap on the other side of that range. So they're giving us the look of a breakout on the upside, and they could just bring it back into the middle of the range. This is a good way for them to trap the shorts, then trap the longs. I'm not saying that's what they're gonna do, but I'm gonna be watching for the quality of the pullback. All right, we got 3 minutes, 3 minutes to the top of the hour. All right, guys. I mean, there's action going on here. We rejected the whole number and we're fading into it. Location, location, location. Right? I mean, look where we at. So the same scenario that we were talking about earlier, they're doing it up there too. So they're trying to kill the ORB traders on both sides of that market. Let's see how successful they are. I mean, the key is hold these levels, trade under 800. Uh, this is another rotation up to that 95. You got to stop them right here and bring it back down to 77, and that would really trigger some shorts. Breaking above 802 can be problematic for anybody that's trying to fade that area. So we're closer. I mean, we're closer to a trade. So right here, I'm just gonna go give it a shot. I mean, it may not be. Yeah, it's gonna actually. Yeah, we need to close under 87 like right now, or I will stop myself. Here we go. I'm reducing my exposure. It's 8 point stop. It's either gonna happen here or it's not. Okay, good for them. Nope. All right, that's fine. We'll take a small stop here. All right, so the market is going to target number, I mean, 2 and 3, and 812 is the target. So we hit it. Next target is 37. Longs are in charge, and we have a breakout pattern into 37. That's our next target. Pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis, and they held on to that level. So that is a breakout pattern here. So the ORBs are on the long side are doing a whole lot better than the ones on the short side. Target's 37. Next target is 862. How are you guys doing so far? Abe, Adam, where we at? Safe, any trades? Marty, how we doing, buddy? Sheila. I mean, ES is really like weird the way it's moving. Now you're getting a little bit of a bid, but they're topping it off here. That's a double top right here against that 40. Bigger picture, I mean, right here, they came to the bottom end of that range, ran it up, and now we're in a free form long higher. I mean, we'll get pullbacks, and as long as 800 holds up, these pullbacks are buyable back to another move. We lose 800, that puts the market on a defensive footing till it proves itself. So there's a lot of continuation patterns to the long side, and 800 is a key. We have harmony zone number 1 and 2. Even if we lose 800, we have harmony zone number 2, which is 87 by 77, trying to protect price structure. Target is 862. Abe, how we doing today? Any trades? We're very close to target number 4 and also the 862 target. Pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis. Uh-oh. Did somebody come in here? What happened? What are they doing? That happened very quick. Potential captain set up short on the 70 in Tirinko if we break the 30. 29 actually to be exact. That's a rejection. The momentum on the is on the upside, but you got a level which is 30, and if we or 29, and if we break that, that sets up the stage for an actual uh, kind of reversion to the mean type of trade where we could retest 800. So watch out for 29. As long as 29 is not there, if we go 46s, I mean, that's a captain setup. I'll take a shot at it and look for a break into the swing trade target. And the stop to it really is anything under 32. And if we break above 50, I'll tighten it up a little bit. 37s. We're going to go to break even at this point and see if I can get to my target. We're hitting target number 1 in this rotation. I got to take something out of it if it reverses. So I'll take about 5 points if they reverse it right here. Either that or they give me 63. And if we go to 63, we should be getting a whole lot more. Okay, I'll take 63. I'll take 63. That's nice. It's about 20 points. Thank you. Now the question I have is, okay, can I make more out of this trade? And where would that be? Really, I would have to go break even and wait for the next swing trade target, which is 87. Well, let's see if that idea would have worked, Adam, here. So the trail would be one candle behind, and uh, here we go. Yep, yep. So my trail would have been working just fine, 70. So that's definitely better than where I got out, which is 63. Oh, look at that. That would have been nice. Boom. What a move. That would have got me out at 92. That's another 30 points. So I needed to be in two contracts, take my target, and just trail by one candle for the rest. You can't necessarily do it with one contract. You have to do it with more than one. Now you're rejected the 900 and just you're fading everybody here. That's nasty. I don't know if anybody took that captain setup with me on that one. Oh, you got it short up there? Good for you. You took the long, then took the short? Ah, man. Adam, what are you drinking this morning? That's good stuff. All right, let's look for the next one. I mean, the market's out of sync. They're fading it a little bit here. We're coming to harmony zone number one, which is support. They're, they're just slapping people around here. Hey Nuke, so you picked up some of that? Oh, are you trailer picked? Kept you in, huh? Good job, man. That's a wild one, but that's what you get sometimes when you're kind of inching at the highs. You'll get that stop run, and they'll take your orders and just like if you were short. I mean, that's literally what happened. Is the short stock to cover, and it sped up, and the algos picked it up, and it just like there's no stopping that thing. So if you had a trailer on that bad boy, good for you. You made more money. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Safe. We're not there yet. Structurally, the market is in transition here. The market is out of sync. We could transition back into the longs if we break 900. A failure here. Yeah, imagine Nuke if you're short and then you get stopped out and the slippage is 30 points. It's not like it didn't happen before. I've been in markets. I've been in trades where they literally slipped me like 30 points. It shouldn't happen, but I mean, they just sucked up all the liquidity. Now, the question I have is, do I want to go long up at these levels? And just because they're high doesn't mean it wouldn't go higher. Obviously, we saw what happened just a few seconds ago. But we have to have a structure that's a little bit better than this. I mean, we had a first touch reaction to Harmony Zone number one, and that was beautiful, long. Now you're getting a pull back into these levels. You got to protect that eight. You got to protect that 64. You can't go back down to 64. So they need to flip it right here and start going higher to justify a long. But you're in a market that is transitioning. So the long convincing longs are behind us a little bit. And this is where it gets a little bit tricky to put a short, put a long, because the market is out of sync. So right here, 64, 65, they hold it. You'll get a shot at another run. You start breaking under that level, I think the shorts will come in a little bit heavier. So, okay. So if you see this, this typically resolve itself lower. That formation right here, it resolves itself lower. So that means we're most likely going to go below 56 into the 50s based on this structure. And stop is 90. So, I mean, they're putting the captain setup long right here. It is tempting, be honest with you. But I'll be shorting into support. And I simply don't want to do that right now. I mean, there are better spots out there in the world. That's a captain setup switch trade long with a small stop under 67. I mean, if they, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the stop right here at 67. If they take it out, yeah, they look like they want to go up, but not yet. It may be trying to trap a little bit more people before it goes. You get stopped out break even. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a shot on the short side. Nah, I'm not chasing nothing here. Cause my stop is gonna be like 90. Actually, not 95. It needs to be 902. But 95 is 20 points, 22 points. There's not a lot of momentum here. And the fact that we put a captain setup switch trade just went two candles in its favor. I mean, like right here, they can come in and try to retest it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and cancel that order and just watch the market a little bit more, gather more information. Like I said, this type of price action, it will typically resolve itself around the 50s, but I'm not. I need to see better structure than a captain setup switch trade long against my idea. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so that the 70 needs, you need to break the 70 and hold under it. If we don't do that, then they're gonna back and fill against 91. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in the long. I'm not interested in the short right here. I'll just leave it alone. Hey David, how are you? Good morning. Okay, I mean, good for them for doing that. I mean, that's trappy for sure. I mean, they're putting a captain setup long up here. I cannot say I can trust it. Be honest with you. Like, you're running up this huge, and then you pull back for just two candles, and then you put a captain setup long up here. Good for you, man. I mean, like, I'm not gonna fight you on this one. I mean, where do I see anything even remotely similar to that? Where's a good captain? Oh yeah, look at that. Look at these bastards. Boom. That one right here came in and shot up significant amount. 70, that's 50 points. Then look what they've done. Rolled it all over. Okay. See, that is a better approach. That's a better captain right there. Because look what the market did. It pulled back, came consolidated, built the captain, then shot up. Those I can trust a lot more than this. But obviously it's moving, right? When do I think the market is going to reverse? When we start having structures that shows it. So like if we come back and break this captain setup under 860, that will set up the stage for short structures. So let's look at that here one more time, and I'll give you an exact levels that the market will respond to um, on the short side. Let me just do my thing here. Give me a second. Nine ten 930. So if we get a rejection here, which we're getting, and break below 870, okay, and we talked about 860. If you're gonna get to 870, you're gonna most likely get to 860, okay. Then that will set the stage for a bounce, and if that bounce makes a lower high, then that is a structure that supports shorts. And what will happen is the market will be out of sync at that moment, and that will give us also an added value to looking at short behavior. So do I want to anticipate it? Meaning, do I want to start getting short here in anticipation of that push into the 60? Then I'm trading against the current structure that the market has right now, which is long. So if I don't have a short structure, I shouldn't be shorting. If I have a long structure, I should be going long till that structure shifts. And in between, you have a transitioning period. And that transitioning period is where most get trapped. So I will be trying to short in that transition. I may get it right, but there's a high probability of traps. So the average noise in the market right now is between 12 to 15 points. The average stop for trading in this environment is between 25 to 35 points. So if I'm trying to compare my entries to my stops, I need to be in 25 to 35 points from the any closest major level. So this way I don't get trapped in the noise. So if I'm trading here and I'm doing it with a 10-point stop, I am within noise and I may get stopped out just for the for shits and giggles, basically. So you got a switch trade plus a pullback into uh, a railroad long and a switch trade. So that's a double signal long into target number 3. We have our big target, which is 937. Yeah, this little long. I mean, that's a good one. At 10, 9, 10. Yeah, so now you have equivalent moves, and that is very toppy. Now, there's also something here that we, should have been closely monitoring, which is a captain setup short on the 50 into Rinko at 93. So that's a signal right there. And then we have the 70s and 60s to contend with. Break under 60s, rally that is a lower high will shift the personality lower on this market. Rather, you already have a market that's out of sync right now. Okay, that doesn't mean it's a market that is short yet, but you're seeing equivalent symmetrical moves up and down. In the market that is trending, you don't see that. You see a very smaller pullback within, the 10 to 15 point noise, 20 point noise. But when you start making a move that's 50 point move counter to the long, then that's telling you that there's something else going on here. That thing that's going on could be shorts coming in there and changing the narrative. So do I want to get back long? I'd rather be long than short due to the overall order flow and trend. But here, you just have to be, you say, oh, you have to be careful. But I mean, we always careful. But what are we careful of? A break below 65, harmony zone number 2 that doesn't hold. That's another support area. So it's not like the market is just simply negative. It's just taking bigger corrections. $60 is a big deal. Let's see what the shorts are saying here. We failed the 890-900. 85, 75 stop. Okay. Nine ten and hold. 915. Okay. $890. Yep. Good for them, man. That's a push. I mean, 50 point up, 50 point down. That's what the market is swinging right now. We're coming up to that captain setup, so a fade against 86 is significant. All right. Spicy. Let's take a look at ES. ES flipped the switch on, literally flipped the switch on this move, and we're heading toward target number 3. Shit. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Adam, I'm equally surprised, brother. That could be something that could happen. 30K on NQ. Sure, why not? Man, look at this. The market is doing exactly the same thing it did before. Like literally, look at this double switch trade at that 87. The only difference is you just flipped it to captain setup, which is different than that. So that is weaker than this one. Market is out of sync. Nine, 10, and fail. Yeah, this is gonna fade. It looks like it's gonna fade here against this captain setup and against that 911. I mean, we're about to get the biggest move. Well, I mean, I wouldn't call it the biggest move, but so far it's the biggest pullbacks since the open. Hey, Matthew, how are you, buddy? Look at that. Yep. Well, that's good to see. Oh, wow. Yep, that's a big deal, guys. Big, big deal. All right, now the market is in sync on the short side. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis. Target is 37. Let's go. That's decisiveness right there. They put on a captain setup right here at 902. We should be able to get to that 38 on the short side after a bounce. Remember, we took out a lot of the stops under the 60s, and they're gonna try to fade it back up. It's a good spot for them. Yeah, they may, but we're so far the structure is short. If we break anything above 900 or 910, then that picture changes. But anywhere below 87, we'll take a look at a short. I mean, we have 84s that we can take a look at. I mean, a retest of 83, 84s can yield a continuation. All right, that's fine. I mean, that's the clean move, and now they're trying to back and fill. A rejection between 90 to 910 and a lower high can give us continuation. They took out the stops right under this captain setup. So if you remember us going back in time and looking for scenarios that are similar, let's take a look. Because, I mean, actually, it told us a lot about how. Here we go. All right. See that? We said that's just a little bit too much, like too extended. And then they're giving us a captain setup long. Sure enough, 50 points later, the market is up there. And what did they just do? It just kept consolidating, very similar to what we're experiencing right now, and took out the stops right under that level at 42. What did they do right after that? Flipped it. What did they do after that? Ran it up and then collapsed the whole structure. So let's take it to where we at right now. Look where we at. It's almost like the exact same scenario. So expecting a bit of a bounce and then a lower high, then a collapse of the whole structure. What happened if they literally just take this candle and flip it down to 855 right now? What would I do? I mean, I would have a structure to go short against with a stop against 80s and 89s. And if they don't do that, then I need to see a push into the 900, 910 and a failure. Anything in between those two ideas, I'm going to pause. But that was interesting for us to see that structure repeating itself. So 55. So hitting harmony zone number 1 and rejecting is a negative behavior. But if you don't get to 55 and you don't break under it, then we go back to 90. Okay. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I think we're looking for a continuation trade, but We don't want to see 81. I mean, 81 will put a captain setup long on. Sorry about that, guys. All right. A lot of noise going on here. So the market made its big move, came retested its big level, and now is they're chopping it all around. You see how many wicks are down here. That's just bullish in the way they're moving it. So we got to break that whole structure back to the 55 and hold. And it's just a lot of noise around the reversion to the mean. So if we look at this, the market came into the reversion to the mean and is bouncing right back up. We want to see 900 and 910 hold. Yeah, look at that, 81. So what is that is telling? What is this telling me? Captain set up long, another captain set up long. So they're gonna run it up a little bit, and we can see if we can get a failure. If we do, that's fine. If we don't, we'll adjust accordingly. The ORD traders made on the upside. They came in and took him out in the short side and then flipped the whole narrative back up. So that was a good one to watch today. This structure of 56s needs to hold. 55s need to hold. Man, wow, they're gonna break that. 55, look at this. That's a big deal. I mean, one candle close under that 45 will trigger selling pressure much lower. All right. Market is in sync on the short side. Let's see. Let's see if we can find an entry. It's not impossible, man. It's just we gotta protect 880. Jesus. Wow, they're going to 880. That'll be a six prong captain setup long if they go to 881. 810, 910. Yeah, 910. Such a What are they doing up here? What are they doing? Yep, 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 yep. Okay, so the 880 is the big level. As long as we continue to trade under that, there's a good shot at us breaking and breaking lower to 840. 880 is the level. This type of price action just literally makes you a bit anxious because I'm sitting here anticipating structure. and you got a bunch of areas that are very critical. The 880, the 55. You keep bouncing between one or the other. If you go anything over 880, you're producing a six prong captain setup long. You go anything close to 55, you're going to trigger a follow through into the 840, but neither of them are producing momentum. So they're just trapping people in this range till they're done. And this is where they're done at. Here comes that 50 again. That's it. That's the market move. But good Lord, I mean, when do you get in? That's the market move right here. So took out the 55 one more time and flushed everybody. Like, I don't want to be ahead of the move because you're going to get chopped up. They're not making it easy today. I mean, I get that. I mean, we had a couple of good trades, but you got to read between the lines on a market that looks like this. I'm going to tell you this, brother. We break 29. I'm going to start getting heavy. I would have a stop above 60, and then I'm looking for a testing of 800. Gotta break 29 first. So what we're noticing, I mean, is the market makes a move, then it goes into a period of transition, and then they run stops. Versus make a move, go into transition, continue. We saw a lot of the continuation patterns on the long side, but on the short side, you're getting that one move, you go into transition, you go into a counter trend. So that means that we really kind of have to catch it after it breaks, like a heavy level. So we got that move. That market needed to close that candle at 29 because that would have been captain setup switch trade short. then you have an out at 55, which has been big time resistance. And the market just flipped and ran the stops. Like, what happened if we fell down to 45 right here from this level? Then that would set the stage for shorts. Right now, they're gonna run the stops, and they're probably gonna run them into the 890, 900. I mean, we can get a shot at him there and see if they hold. Here we go. Do I? Oh Jesus. Do I want to go long? Hell no. Here comes the 90s. Okay, 7, 6. Good for them, man. Good for them. We're running into harmony zone number 2. That's resistance. They got to protect the 900. They got to protect the 910. If they do, then we have a shot at a short. If they don't, then they're flipping this market and running the highs. I mean, they're trying to push it here, but we'll see. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's a continuation. That's a continuation pattern. Break the 70. I mean, we may get an opportunity to get short here against that 900 one more time. I mean, let them go to the 80s, 83s if they can. I'm going to do an order at 83.75. Let's see if we get there. It may be a little bit early, but I can take a shot at it and put a stop, small one. Okay. Okay. Running into that resistance, we need to see a one candle reversal here. I mean, I have a target of 812. If we break 860, if we take out these stops, then they're gonna just simply take me out. Really, my stop is 913, but that's a little bit more than that's another 10 points. That's probably worth it for me to do that. Just in case they're just building noise here. Yeah. That's the legitimate stop. Plus the noise, the stop value is 20 to 25 points. I'm adding 10 points to that. Let's see if we can break 66. That's the number. It's a quiet market, so I need this thing to start moving in my direction fairly quickly. And overall, the market is long. It just we're getting into this pocket of sellers against resistance, which is harm zone number 1 and 2. A break under 860 will really put me in a good position to add to this trade and go and break even. A break under 62. Okay, here we go. That's what I want to see. No break even yet. We need to see a 66 break, 65 break. Come to Papa. Here we go. Now rally. If he wants to rally uh, and make me a lower high, that's fine. If they want to break it down to target number 2 and then run it up a little bit to give me another opportunity to add to it, then that's fine. Lower prices actually will be much nicer, but we'll see. We'll see what they want to do. Okay. I mean, my stop needs to be adjusted to the high of 95, but I'm just going to wait a little bit. I have time. If this candle breaks lower, I'm going to add to it. Man, I mean, everybody wants to talk to me right now. And I'm going to look for a break and I'm going to try to take a profit at target number 2 if I can. I mean, this is a sensitive area, but you know, whatever. Can I get target 2? Thank you. And this one is what I'm going to trail. And it looks like the trail is going to kick me out. Yeah, most likely it's going to kick me out. But you know what? Let it ride. Let it ride because we may be getting a big move here. I mean, I could go break even. But break even most likely is going to get hit. Because a reversal at 57 is going to get you like 70s. And so either I'm going to have to take 58. That's a good one. All right. So I could put right here and hope there's going to be continuation. Either way, actually, it needs to be right here. 56. So I'm giving up 5 points. And let's see. Let's see if we can get target number 3. Let's go. Pay me. Pay me, pay me, pay me. Okay, and that is what a one candle trailer would kick me out at, but I want to hold on. I want to hold on, and off you go. We need to. Man, I'm too close to the market right here. I really am. Too close. Like I almost have to go to break even to kind of be able to withstand it here. Yeah, they're gonna get me. That's fine. That's fine. All right, let's see. I love them, man. I love the winners. I didn't. just jump out. I gave it enough time and enough room for it to just work. But right here, it's a target number three, and you always kind of, not always, but you have high chance of a bounce and a meaningful bounce. So I gave it one candle, gave it even more room to go lower. It did, then came back to retest. So that means I would have to go through a period of transition to look for bigger targets. That means I would have to go into 50s and 60s and then a period of consolidation so I could get a lower price. Well, here we go. Yeah. I took my here you go. Now these people are going to start going. They're starting going without me. Good for them. Good for them. The big target is the big target, which is 812. So all my holds need to have 812 in mind as a target, but I have to also manage that last contract and see, hey, listen, go break even, maybe go to target number 2 and hold and look for an opportunity for 812. And if it gets me at at target 2, then that's fine. But I gave it enough room for it to move lower. I say that was a good trade. See, that captain setup would have been an out for me, and that would be at 27 versus 43. So here you go. That's a logic. Marty, where you at, buddy? Are you doing good? Nuke, David, YouTube. YouTube is quiet, man. I don't know what's going on with you guys out there. That's okay, David. I mean, we all make dumb mistakes, don't we? We all make them. Sometimes multiple times a day. You're in good company. Okay, the 12 showed up. The 12 showed up. Next target is 787. 787. So I would have had to withstand that captain setup and look for that reversal, go break even, and look for that run. They're almost trying to walk it back to the opening range, which is really would be sick, really. I mean, imagine doing all this, bring it all the way back down to 65.15. I mean, they'll do it. I wouldn't put it past these people. Now here we go. That's a big thing in ES. ES is on 73.86. If we go to 73.86, that is a captain setup short on ES, and that will be additional catalyst for NQ to really sell off, because that is structurally a big time sell signal, and that's after a major run up. So if we find this happening, and that could be a good swing trade short in options with the reversion to the mean as a target of 73.51. And if you get the right environment, a break below 28 down to 14, then the 7,300. So, but it all starts with this with a 73.86 and a stop of 12, 74.12. So that is a big deal here. And you're getting, now they're just clowning people here. They're just gonna grind it lower. I mean, we were in it good. We needed to get to the 12, and that would have kept us into where we could start moving in for bigger targets. Look at these people. God Lord. Adam says, love your winners. The man is right. The man is right. I needed to love him a little bit more. I mean, literally, they're taking him back down to the opening range. That's sick. Matthew, any trades? Okay. All right, so we're back to the ORB, man. I mean, that's they are literally taking it to the ORB. Now we're coming to the middle of the ORB. So I mean, if and target number 5, if you start seeing, a reversal, which is something like this, I'm gonna just be frisky. This is a frisky trade, very frisky trade actually. But I'm gonna jump in and wait for 85. Like right now, I need to go break even plus a tick and hope it holds. And that's just a reversion to the middle of the ORB. And if I can get 85, then maybe I'll get something even bigger. Nah, ain't gonna happen. They're putting the captain setup here. Well, here we go. Good for you. Good for you. I mean my stop is oof. It's violent here. I'm gonna have to take something which is 8 points, 8.5 points. If they flush it down here, then that's fine. I'll just take it. Yeah, that's fine. I had hope at to 85, but 85 did not come. That was a frisky trade, but it had logic to it. The logic is we are coming right down into the mids of the ORB, and that's a place where the buyers can come in and start playing. So they're starting to nibble on it. Yeah. And the key is 85. You hold on to 85, then you're gonna get a pop above it, and trap some of these shorts. And in the right environment, you could see a push above 800. You know, and you're risking literally 10 to 15 points for the potential of making about 50, 60 points. But you're going against order flow, so you can't size up on this trade. All right, guys. So a good day. I think we had one stop and three winners. We're up about $1,000 for the day, and I'm gonna call it a good morning. And do this again tomorrow. How did everybody do? Adam good, Marty good. I know Matthew is watching. Here you go. See what they're doing in this. You're all good. Okay, that's good. That's good. I don't know, man. I had a good time reading the market today. I really did. It was kind of fun, kind of because it was not like it was tricky, and we had to really read and be patient and just wait through the levels, understanding structure and where structure fails, where the traders will fail, how would they fail, who's taking advantage of who. I mean, all these things are just, I don't know. It tickles me. Good job, David. You can't keep a good man down, right? All right, guys, that's it for me. I'm gonna call it a day, and we will see you bright and early tomorrow. Have a good one.